Hey everyone, welcome back to Real E-Cig Review. My name is Jake. I know it's been a while since I put out my last video. Busy work and school, I apologize. I didn't intend to go this long without making a video. But, you know, shit happens. Anyways, another part of the reason it's been so long since my last review is I had my X6 variable voltage, which was my only device that I owned at the time. I'd given away all my other ones to friends and family. It broke on me. I had it in my pocket and I sat down at a weird angle and it snapped in half. So it took about a week and a half for my new device to get here, which I will be reviewing today. That covered pretty much all the questions I've been getting about if I'm done making reviews. No, I'm not done. I graduate from school in about a week, and I'll have a lot more time then to put out videos. Alright, so today's review, Vamo, version 2. I picked this particular Vamo up in a kit from HighDesertVapes a couple weeks ago. They ship from New Mexico. They have a couple local stores there. It's a really good website. If you haven't checked those guys out, I'd suggest you do so. They have really good customer service and good deals. So the Vamo that I picked up, I got the Vamo. It came in a cool box, and I got 2 of these CE4 clearamizers, which I don't know if you guys know, but I don't like these things. I hate them. But I picked it up in a kit because it came with not only the Vamo. It is a mod device, so it takes a rechargeable battery. So I didn't want to order a Vamo from somewhere and then order batteries from somewhere else and then order everything else I needed from different vendors to get the best price. So it came with the Vamo, 2 CE4 clearamizers. I gave one away. One 18650 battery, which is the bigger battery. It came with the battery charger. That's another thing you'll need to buy if you end up buying just the Vamo. It does not come with batteries or the battery charger if you buy just the Vamo, which is why I ended up ordering the kit, despite the fact that I hate CE4s and all that stuff. So you can take a look at the Vamo. I have pretty small hands, but it's still a big device, that's for sure. It's a variable voltage, variable wattage device. I prefer wattage to voltage. I'd go into the details on that, but I'm not entirely 100% sure. It's kind of confusing. The best way that I had it described to me, which may or may not be true, is when you adjust voltage, you're adjusting basically the temperature of the coil, which vapes your liquid, as opposed to when you're adjusting wattage, it automatically reads the ohms of the whatever you have connected to it and will adjust the power accordingly. So you're a lot less likely to burn out a head on a tank or get a burnt dry hit, stuff like that. That's the best way I can explain it, and that might not even be right. So you got your 18650 battery, goes right into here. You have a battery vent, so you don't have to worry about your batteries overheating and exploding. So you'll go ahead and screw that on. I got mine in gunmetal chrome, which is kind of a black chrome. They also have it in regular chrome and stainless steel. I know the stainless steel will run you about $10 more usually everywhere. One thing about the black chrome and the chrome that I've heard is it is a fingerprint magnet. If you're kind of a neat freak, you're going to be cleaning this thing every time you touch it, because you touch it, fingerprints are going to go all over it. I've come to the conclusion that it's not worth cleaning, other than like once a day, because fingerprints are going to stay. Alright, so back to the review. It has a 5-click on, 5-click off, so if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I'll get on. And voltage, it goes 1 through 6 volts. I use wattage, and it'll go I have it at 6 now, and it'll go up 0.5 all the way to 15. And then cycle back down to 3 or 3.5. Another cool thing this does is if you hold down the positive, it'll show you the ohms of whatever you have plugged in. If you hold down the negative, it'll show you how much battery you have left on your battery. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this to 6.5 watts. We have the CE4 that it came with, the exact same one, and I have it filled with Dragon's Cafe. I picked it up at a local vapor shop that we have here. It's a coffee flavor. I like it. It tastes just like a cup of coffee with a little bit of cream and sugar. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to take a drag, and we'll get a little bit more in depth after that. So the first thing I noticed when I got the Vamo kit is I tried it stock with the 18650 and the clearizers, and it was great. It really was. But now, with the CE4s, they burn out so quickly and you have to throw them away, and I have a hard time throwing anything away that I spent money on. So that's why I don't personally like the CE4s or the Stardust or the Clear, whatever you want to call them. Basically the ones when they go bad, you throw them away. One thing I noticed is it performed well at first, but now when I connect it, I get a really stiff draw. Like, just a really stiff draw, and the flavor is not too great. I know this is a great flavor. I've tried it in other tanks and it was amazing. So stock, the CE4s, I don't like them. As far as the kit goes, it's a really good deal. Even if you don't want the CE4s, most people aren't going to go out and just buy a Vamo. Like, they're coming from smoking cigarettes, they're not going to be like, oh, I want to buy a Vamo. They're going to buy something like an Ego T, or maybe an Ego Twist, or a Vision Spinner, or any of those comparable e-cigs. Very few people are going to come straight to the Vamo. So my point being that if you just want to order the Vamo, you can get just the Vamo for around 39 bucks. You can pick up batteries for anywhere from $2 to $5. I picked up some batteries at the local vape shop for 2 for $10 of the smaller batteries. So if you wanted to order just the Vamo for $39.95, it's not that much more than buying an Ego Twist battery. And you're getting a very well-built mod. But nonetheless, I ordered the kit. Minus the CE4s, loved everything about the kit. The battery charger works great. Charges 2 batteries at a time. I wish I had it here with me, but I don't. Alright, so there's the review on the stock Vamo kit from HighDesertVapes.com with the CE4 clearamizer and the 18650. Now let me show you the cool thing. A lot of people are probably thinking that this is too big for them. They wouldn't want to carry this around. Well, once you get it and you have the performance, it's not going to bother you that much. I promise. It feels like a well-built device. You're going to have no problems with it. And the size isn't much of an issue for me. But if it is, here's your 18650 battery, and here's what you're going to do. Let me just kind of... So there's your 18650 next to the Vamo. This piece right here comes off. Boom. So you can put this away. I'll put it in my little vape bag that I carry around. Put that in there. And I gotta pull out my vape bag again. Here you go. 18350 battery. Picked this up from my local vape shop. Electronic sticks. Picked up 2 of them for 10 bucks. This will go in here. That end piece you don't need anymore. So you screw that into there. 5 clicks on. It's on. Look at how much smaller that is. It went from being longer than the length of my hand to being smaller. This is how I've been running it. I've been running it in 18-350 mode. My dad ended up ordering, once he saw how amazing the Vamo is, he ended up picking up the Vamo, just the body, and I told him I'd give him the 18650 battery because he vapes a lot and he doesn't mind the size. I personally prefer it in 18350. It's a lot smaller, just a lot more convenient for me. That being said, I'm going to show you with a couple other things, and I'll have reviews on all of these coming up. So right here, it has an Ego recessed connection, so anything that you'd use on an Ego that'd fit flush, it'll fit in here. So right here, I have the Kangaroo T3, and it's reading at 2.8 ohms. So I'll go ahead and turn that up to 8 watts, and the only problem I've had with these Kangaroo T3s, I'll go over that more when I review it, is I've had a lot of leaking and gurgling, and that's why I haven't been using it too much, but it does provide an excellent flavor. Now all of these that I'm blowing back out are already inhaled. Let me show you one where I don't inhale. Alright, I got a couple more devices to show you. Another thing with these Kangaroo T3s is since they actually go inside the Vamo, when you're unscrewing them, sometimes it'll actually take off the bottom coil with it, so you gotta be careful not to actually spill it on your Vamo. It's one of the things I don't like about the Kangaroo T3s. So let's go in my little vape bag and see what else I have. Look familiar, guys? So it'll fit a Vision ViviNova STV also, and it fits flush if I can get it on. The ohm checker on this is very accurate, so if I check the ohms, 2.1, so I'm going to turn it back down to 6 watts. Let's try drag off this. Let me turn it up a little. So it'll fit your Vision tank. Alright, now the one thing I wanted to show you guys, this is exactly how I've been using my Vamo for the last week, is this right here. There's plenty of reviews out there on this. Nonetheless, I'm still going to put one out because this is my new favorite tank. If you don't know, this is the Kangaroo Pro tank. Some have been calling it a glassomizer because if you look at these two right here, there's no glass. They're actually polycarbonate plastic or some other complicated name like that. And if you put in certain kinds of juices that are super citrusy or cinnamony, so like your cinnamon flavors, I heard Mountain Dew, if you put them in these tanks for too long, it'll crack the tank and make it worthless. Now the Kangaroo T3 is 100% stainless steel and Pyrex glass, so you can put whatever juice you want in there and not have to worry about it cracking. It also is bottom coil, so instead of it bringing the liquid from wicks, like instead of with the Vision ViviNova, like STVs, instead of bringing it up through the wicks, burning it, and then bringing it all the way back down, the coil is actually on the bottom, so you get very little to no dry hits, even when you're almost out of juice. This is how I've been using it. Right now I have 12 milligram Wild Cherry from Mount Baker Vapor. It's reading at 2.1 ohms, so I've been vaping it between 6 and 7 volts. And this is exactly how I've been using it since I picked up the Kangaroo Pro tank. the way the Kangaroo Pro tank is built is it's built with this little ridge in between the 510 connection. And what that does is no matter what device you're putting it on, it's going to provide excellent airflow. If you don't like a really stiff draw like you get with the CE4s where you kind of have to suck a little bit hard, the Kangaroo Pro tank, I picked it up from Electronic Sticks, again, my local vape shop, $20. You can find them online for $18 to $20. They're sold out a lot of places. Best purchase I've ever made putting it on the Vamo. My dad runs it on an Ego Twist, and my uncle runs it on an X6, and it performs perfect in each one of them. The flavor is phenomenal. You don't get any of that plasticky taste. You get no dry hits. It's the perfect vape. This is definitely the next big step in vaping, is the glassomizers, whatever you want to call it. The Kangaroo Pro tank, that's my tank for right now. Well, that's how I've been running it. Overall, the Vamo kit, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. It's perfect. It comes with the battery that you need. I wish it would have came with two 18350s instead of the one big 18650, but that's fine. I wish they would have came with some other kind of tank other than the CE4s, because I hate the CE4s. So overall, on the stock Vamo kit, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. Now, if you decide to switch over to an 18350 or buy a couple of those and get a Kangaroo Pro tank, 10 out of 10. I don't see a better vape. I've never vaped anything better than the Vamo in mini mode with the Kangaroo Pro. Perfect size, perfect vapor, just perfect everything. If you're on a budget and you want a mod with more features than some of the $200 mods out there, like the Provari or Provari, this is it. It has the same features, if not more, same performance in my opinion. $39 for the body, around $50 to $60 for a kit that comes with everything you need to start vaping. Sorry for the long video, guys. I know it's been a while. I'm going to get more reviews out this week. Well, yeah, that's it. I don't know how long this video is. My front-facing camera on my phone broke, so kind of filming with the back camera now. So I'm going to take one last drop.